And we're back. I hope you liked that little ditty. I woke up the next day to the sunshine. The first day of school, huh? Well, might as well try my best. After breakfast, I left the apartment and found Ava waiting outside. Yo! Ava looked reluctantly at me as if I was not worthy of her gaze. It took you long enough. Come on, let's go before we're late. It's an hour until class starts. Did you forget? I have to get to school early to deliver the opening ceremony speech. Of course I didn't forget. I'm just not a busybody like you. This is my childhood friend, Ava Crescienta. I'm sure we will all remember that last name. My favorite thing about her is her smile, which shows what kind of a person she is. Too bad in all my years of being her friendly neighbor, I have never seen it. Okay, buddy boy. What's there to say about her? She's a high-performing individual with some empathy issues. She's way too critical about everything, and the only enjoyment she gets out of life seems to be mentally outmaneuvering lesser minds. Namely myself. Baka! See what I mean? Despite that, I, Kayato Shields, have been her loyal friend since we were young enough to bathe together in the same tub. How young that is, I'm not sure. But take my word for it, it was appropriate. Not to confirm or deny that any such cliche ever occurred in our lives. Then why say it at all? If you're gonna narrate and break the fourth wall, do it right. I would not want to suggest any kind of special relationship exists between us, because it clearly did not. We walked through the city on the way to class. Hey, Kaito. Yeah? How does the duty of the student council is to the student body sound for an opener? What's up with that overly predictable statement? I'm sure it's fine. The old geezers in charge of our school don't want anything original from the speech anyways. Every year it's always the same thing. I wouldn't worry about it. You're being lazy, and the new term hasn't even started yet. Look, Kaito, every year the student council does nothing but fill out some paperwork, approve the same events, and make the same speeches. This is our chance to bring change. We're members of the Sunrider Academy Student Council. We have to leave our marks on the school's history. There she goes again. Whereas my life goal was merely to be a humble student, others are compelled to question the human condition. They think thoughts like, I must rise above the common rabble. What will they remember of me when I'm gone? What of my legacy? Often these thoughts lead to individuals to join the student council and become campus leaders. And then the next thing you know, they get enamored to such notions, so they decide to pursue careers in management or politics. And before you know it, people call them stuff like president, chairman, and captain. It's as if their names disappear and get replaced with titles. Well, let me just say that I have absolutely no desire for any of that. And this is an excellent place to point out that this game actually isn't bad. I bought this game totally thinking that it was going to be bad, and it's not. It's actually a pretty fun and funny story with, twists and turns. And I went into it with an extremely low expectation, and by the time I finished it, I was very, very pleasantly surprised. So, yeah, if you're looking for a terrible game, go buy any of the Sakura games. That should do you good. I have joined the student council for not out of any sense of civic duty or for any desire for prestige, but simply to lobby against the old styled uniforms. What do you think I appreciate about this guy? Fucking honest with himself. Seriously, what vestige of old imperial system forced us to wear these ridiculous clothes? Anyway, too hot during the summer and too cold during the winter. I hear the school on the other side of town upgraded to thermowave uniforms 5 years ago. Some schools even permit HoloWare now. Clearly, there must be some kind of pork preventing us from upgrading our uniforms. Perhaps one of the school officials is close friends with the manager of a wool farm. Yes, because actual clothes, man. I mean, it's sci-fi, so fuck it, what do I know? I walked to school, conjuring in my mind the multiple disgusting conspiracies keeping us from HoloWare uniforms. Now, it's never really explained what HoloWare uniforms are, but pick at my brain, what I imagine is you aren't actually wearing clothes. You're wearing projections that give the feeling of clothes. So pretty sophisticated, but it's like you're wearing nothing, but you're wearing something. I should actually flip it around. It's like you're wearing something, but you're wearing nothing. Before I knew it, we had arrived. All right. Well, just make sure you stand up straight behind me while I'm delivering the speech. By the way, tsundere bitch, if you couldn't tell. No problem. I can manage that much. Ava eyed me. What? She inspected my uniform, obviously displeased. You should have ironed your uniform. This is why we need HoloWare. Ugh. Ava begrudgingly grabbed onto my tie and straightened it. She dusted off my uniform and tried to smooth out the wrinkles. I can't believe you can call yourself the vice president looking like this. Excuse me, Prez, but this appearance was merely my strategy to appeal to the common student. Baka. At least this is the best I can do. Just stay out of the light, okay? All right. I stood behind Ava and she delivered the opening address, doing my absolute best not to yawn. Being in front of the entire student body was suddenly filled with sinking dread that I had left my fly unzipped. And I got that all the fucking time whenever I do class presentations. Like, fucking go out in front, it's like, and I'm here, we're talking about the genocide happening in fucking Mongolia. And then I'll be like, oh my god, is my fly unzipped? I can't just grab my crotch to check. Shit! And then I just think about it the entire time. Way more important. No. Ava would have zipped the damn thing up herself during the inspection if I had forgotten such a pivotal detail. I don't have a fly inspector as a friend, unfortunately. Hope we can all work together to create a better... But what if she forgot to check? She's a girl after all. So the experience of leaving the fly unzipped would be totally alien for her. Maybe I should check just in case. Oh no! I was said not to make a fool out of myself in front of the entire student body. The student council have always been there to listen. I nervously scratched my forehead. What a long-winded speech. With that, on behalf of the entire faculty and staff, I welcome you to Sunrider Academy. The audience politely applauded. It's over at last. I withdrew with Ava. Ava's better. Ava, thoroughly relieved to be off stage. As soon as the opening ceremony was over, it was time for our morning classes. Since Ava was a fourth year now, she went upstairs while I was on the third floor with the rest of the third years. An old-looking teacher introduced himself as Mr. Gray and began our class. And he is never, ever mentioned again. And I failed. So what you just saw there was, this game is, RNG's simulator. And the higher difficulty you're on, the shittier luck you have. So, let the games begin.